full disclosure, I am not interested in political affiliations. I probably lean more towards Democrat than Republican, but I'm down the middle just looking for truth. I'm not looking for a jersey, so I'm not looking to be on a team. So if you hear me say ideas that sound pro-Republican or pro-Democrat, it's probably just for that particular topic. And it's not because I'm a fence hopper, it's because I'm just interested in what seems to be accurate. And right now it seems like the Democratic Party is the party that's interested in eliminating our right to bear arms. Full disclosure, I'm not a gun owner, so I don't really have any skin in this game from that aspect. But I was in elementary school in the late 80s, kind of end of the Cold War, the Reagan era, and the way I remember information being presented to us in terms of our founding fathers was that our right to bear arms was to protect us against a tyrannical government, to make us ever ready to defend ourselves against a tyrannical government. Not to protect our homes from robbers or to hunt and survive, but I've heard both of those arguments presented by the Obama administration, from Joe Biden and from Barack Obama, which I find to be really weird because I was never under the impression that my right to bear arms was so that I could hunt or so that I could just protect my house from a home invasion. So when Joe Biden says get a double-barrel shotgun, fire some rounds into the air, first of all, horrible advice to give to people. Second of all, that's never been the impression I've had as to why we had the right in the Second Amendment to the Constitution to bear arms. It was to protect us against a tyrannical government or an enemy, whether it be foreign or domestic. It was so that it could be a government for the people, by the people, protected by the people, right? That's what it was about. And there's been this spin to make it sound like, oh, these guys over here, they're crazy. They never wanted you to have 30-round magazines. Well, if that were the technology of the time, that is what they would have had. But as it were, the technology of the time would have been a muzzle loader, so that's what they had. It was never, it's been twisted into this thing that it wasn't. And I find it really baffling how people are not like, hey, hold the phone. That's ridiculous what you're saying. But it's one of those things that are kind of, to not oppose the Second Amendment and to not want stricter gun control is kind of become this heresy if you're in the intelligentsia or the atheist or the liberal thinking side of things. You can't be liberal and believe in the Second Amendment at the same time. It's really, they've really kind of hijacked this idea, and then people just, oh, okay, well, whatever you're spoon feeding me, boss. And it's just nonsensical. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, Ice-T was being interviewed by Piers Morgan, and he said, I'll give up my guns when the police give up theirs. And I mean, again, I'm not a gun owner, so I mean, I'm not running around strapped or something, but I see the point, and it seems like, yeah, you know, if you take the teeth out of a wolf, it's pretty easy to control him. So if we want to have our independence, we at least have to be able to have the possibility of biting. I think it was Roosevelt that said, walk softly or speak softly and carry a big stick. So it wasn't go around smacking everybody in the face with a stick. It was have a fucking stick in case shit gets crazy.